We've known Childe since 1.0, but we haven't seen him in the main story since 1.2. Sure, he's shown up in 1 or 2 temporary events, but that's about it. Suddenly he shows up again and now is the Harbinger of Fontaine's apocalypse? How did we get to this point? And what created the Childe we know today? Hello travelers, I'm Terry and welcome to Douglag Gaming. Today we're going to be recapping what we know of Childe's backstory in preparation for the 4.2 update. This was recorded before the release of 4.2, so no spoilers for that update will be in here. But the lack of Skirk content means I will be using the clip from the 4.2 trailer when discussing her, so slight 4.2 trailer spoilers? Alright, let's get back to the man of the hour, Childe, Tartaglia? Or Ajax? Hey, what do we even call this guy? And where did all these different names even come from? Well, Childe is the code name used by the Fatui, while Tartaglia is the actual name given to him by the Fatui. It's like how Scaramucci had the code name Baldir. The Traveler knows both names, but Paimon, even in recent cutscenes, calls him Childe, so that is the one I will be using for the rest of this video. Plus, it's shorter. As for Ajax, it was his civilian name before joining the Fatui. It's never been said in-game, but is listed in the character story you can unlock at Friendship Level 4. It's unclear if this means the Traveler knows this name in the main story or not, as even in letters to his younger siblings he doesn't use it, but it would be what Skirk would know him as. But first, let's start with the very beginning. Before the Fatui, or the Abyss, or slaying dead gods, Ajax was born in a small Nyan town of Morespok. It is believed he had 3 to 4 older siblings, but at the very least we know about the 3 younger ones. Tonya, who he writes letters to, Anthon, and then Tusser, the younger brother we meet in Childe's character quest. Ajax had a fairly normal childhood. He would go ice fishing with his father, and on these trips he would learn the legends about the hero Ajax that he was named after. Ajax the Great was the Greek hero that appeared in Homer's The Iliad. It's assumed Ajax's father is telling him these tales, as Tusser's name also comes from the Iliad, where he is Ajax the Great's half-brother. Ajax then gets the chance to prove himself a hero when at the age of 14 he falls into the Abyss. It's not explained how or why there was a portal to the Abyss near Morespok, but this accident is what built Ajax into the warrior Childe we know in canon. While in the Abyss, he is found and trained by the warrior Skirk. Now that she has appeared in the 4.2 trailer, it is likely we will learn more about what happened during this time. But all we know for certain is that she was great with the sword and taught him the Foul Legacy transformation. But Skirk isn't the only mentor Childe gained in the Abyss. In 4.0, he describes a large narwhal that he saw in the Abyss and later in his dreams. This is the inspiration behind his giant whale summon in his boss fight, and the reason his constellation is a narwhal. This whale appeared at the end of 4.1 and is now also in the 4.2 trailer. But that's now. Let's get back to then, in his first visit to the Abyss. As mentioned, we don't know what caused a portal to appear, but after 3 months in the Abyss, the portal released Childe back onto Teyvat. A 14-year-old boy went into the Abyss, but a 14-year-old warrior came out. It's only once he is free that he learns that it was 3 days in Teyvat instead of the 3 months in the Abyss. Once Childe came back, it was very clear to the other villagers and his parents that he had changed. After getting into one too many fights with the other teenagers in town, his father pushed him to enlist with the Fatui. Childe desired to become stronger, and fighting human teenagers and Morespok wouldn't get him very far, so he agreed. Childe joined as an ordinary foot soldier, but quickly proved himself capable of fighting almost anything. Childe manages to catch the eye of Posilia, aka the Rooster, 5th Harbinger of the Fatui. Posilia takes Childe under his wing and assigns him to difficult combat missions in order for Childe to be able to prove himself. Some of his listed accomplishments before even reaching Liyue include slaying multiple dragons at Snezhnaya, clearing out dangerous domains, and overthrowing a corrupt nobleman. It's not clear what is done before or after his rise to Harbinger, but eventually his countless successful missions earned him the seat of the 11th Harbinger and the bestowing of an electro delusion. Which brings us to his hydrovision. We actually don't know when he earned it. Was it before he fell into the Abyss? Or maybe after with the Fatui? Surely Celestia can't give one to someone currently in the godless land, right? But his Hydro daggers are so similar to the Hydro Abyss Heralds, it's impossible for him to have learned that move from anywhere else. Not to mention his giant whale attack, which he specifically based on the Abyss whale. Who knows, maybe he just mastered all these moves after leaving the Abyss and getting his vision, and all his attacks are just based on what he remembers in the Abyss. I can't help but feel like the origin of his vision will be important, seeing as the Traveler currently has it, and it not working was the catalyst that started all of this in 4.0. So how did you like the recap? I hope I had at least one new fact you hadn't heard about him yet, but let me know if I missed any important ones in the comments. If I did teach you something new, consider leaving a like, and if you subscribe, I might just do more character backstory recaps in the future. Oh, and check out my other recap series, where I go through the big plot developments that happen in the temporary events. I currently only have a few of the 1 point updates, but I hope to continue the series soon.